To whoever may need this nugget of encouragement, things will be alright, so quit your worrying. I get it, the odds can stack back.
Welcome to the Suplex Sports Podcast. It's your boy Meech, back at it in full effect. And welcome to the weekend roundup. Nice weekend in sports this weekend. Couple of fights, UFC, some boxing action, not to mention some masters. You know what I'm saying? You already know my man took that, of course. But before I get into it, just please take a moment to share, like, and subscribe here on the Suplex Sports Podcast. And hit us up on all major platforms, YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, as well as TikTok. All right, and any and all social media platforms that Suplex Sports Podcast is available. All right, so let me just go ahead and get into it. Good boxing match this weekend. Good boxing match. Tyson Fury versus Arslanbek Makhmudov. All right, it was a good 12-round affair. We all know Tyson Fury is coming off of a 16-month layoff. I believe this is his second retirement that he is essentially taken. Looked rusty, knocked off the rust. That was a good challenge for him, good fight. And can't wait to see what the Gypsy King got next lined up. Also, in attendance for that fight was Anthony Joshua. We all know Anthony Joshua's coming off of a title win, and unfortunately after that, a tragic car accident in which he was involved in with his family over in Nigeria. So, Fury knows how to amp it up and get it cracking, get it going, and there was some words said, and basically, Anthony said he's been chasing him for a while. Tyson said he was chasing him, so I don't know. We might see the Battle of Britain. We might see the Battle of Britain go down, but we'll see how it all shakes out. Boxing is a very tricky sport in terms of matchups and money and making everything align. So, we'll keep an eye out for it. Also, last week in Deontay Wilder, he fought the Big Brit, Derek Chisora, by split decision. I believe that was 115-111, 115-113, and 115-112. Little controversy surrounding that fight. Looks like Chisora landed more punches than Deontay, and Deontay got basically, I don't know. Very interesting. Anthony Joshua was at that fight as well. That fight also took place in England, and as Deontay was walking out, him and Joshua locked up. He said, "Let's do it. Let's go. Let's do it." You know what I'm saying? And camera was following my man Deontay. He said he's scared. He's scared. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. That's the fight I really want to see, is Joshua versus Wilder. I think that's a good money fight. And then, with that, it's like, if they don't make that card, it looks like Wilder could also go against Alexander Usyk. I think that'd be a good matchup as well. In terms of the heavyweights. Boxing, the heavyweight division is looking all right. Looking all right. I was not disappointed. Looking all right going forward. So we'll see how things shake out. Money lines up and all that politic and good old stuff. Maybe we can get at least a Joshua fight by the end of the year. Or maybe a tune-up or something like that. But we'll see. We'll see how it all shakes up. And honestly, I don't think he needs a tune-up. I think you need to get in there and get it done. All right. Also in the boxing world, it seems as though some things is heating up a little bit as we are getting closer to the Pacquiao-Mayweather 2 on September 19th in Las Vegas in the Sphere. Looks like Pacquiao went and bought out one of Mayweather's old boxing gyms in Hollywood. So I think it's probably the first shot fired in terms of leading up to the fight and what's they gonna have the 24/7 and all that leading up to the big fight. So I can't wait to see that and see how that shakes out. But yes, first shot was fired by Pacquiao, and once again it's going down Saturday, September 19th, live at the Sphere in Las Vegas. If anybody got an extra couple of tickets for your boy, I'm here. Me, Suplex Sports, just give me two. Give me 2 tickets. I'll find my way there and make my accommodations. I'll probably fly in for the fight and fly back out if necessary. Holla at your boy. For real. I would like to see that up close and personal. All right. Also, Saturday night was UFC 327. Big main event was Yuri Prochaska versus Carlos Ulberg for the UFC light heavyweight title. It was the first round fight. Biggest takeaway, biggest lesson ever learned when it comes to MMA game, no mercy. No mercy. I don't give a damn if the fight the fight's gonna end early. You got the upper advantage. Carlos Oberg looked like he twisted his knee really bad and he couldn't recover. And Yuri sat there and he thought that he was Anderson Silva for a minute and got caught with a vicious left that dropped him. And he couldn't recover for him because Oberg was on him. Another couple of taps, night party over. You talk about staring down the barrel of defeat and just sitting there, just being patient, and pop. Caught him with a left right on the chin. Done deal. So, Yuri, I'm sorry. And I know you probably felt some type of sympathy for the dude or felt bad that he injured himself. At that rate, bro, you the champ. You got to take care of business. You let people criticize what happened after the fact, after you take care of business. They want to say, oh, he didn't get a full, he got hurt, blah, blah, blah. Hey, bro, at the end of the day, you still champ. You should not be in the middle of that cage crying and carrying on, bro. You had that fight won. All you had to do was go in and handle business the right way, but you didn't. It's called no mercy. Cobra Kai, no mercy. And unfortunately, you got rocked. Done deal. New UFC lightweight heavyweight champion, Carlos Oberg. Also, Uncle Donald was in attendance as well. Big UFC champ. Donald Trump is president of the United States. He was in attendance cage side with Dana White. We all know that big UFC fight will be taking place on the weekend of the 4th at the White House. So that's, Trump was in there doing his thing. I ain't even mad at it. Kind of good to see the dude, lead a free country taking in a fight. He's taking quite a few UFC fights. Also on that card was light heavyweight Paulo Costa versus Azmat. I'm just gonna say Azmat because I don't want to mess up that man's last name. Paulo Costa looked good. He looked good. Looked like he's back. I'm pretty Ricky Fontaine out of Brazil. Knocked out Azmat in round 3. Jumped the cage. Shared a moment with the president. They exchanged some nice words and pleasantries between each other, and essentially went from there. Also, the fight of the night for me was Curtis Blades versus Josh Broquet. And I'm talking about, man, the heavyweights were banging. There was no defense at all. These dudes were straight slugging it and getting at it. Banging. The type of fight you want to see. No diddy. The type of fight that you want to see. Ain't none of that. Boom, boom, boom. Let's stand in there, get toe to toe. It did not disappoint at all. Good 3 rounds. Real good, solid 3 rounds with Josh Broquet taking the victory over Curtis Blades, and it was announced not too shortly thereafter. Josh Broquet will then go ahead and face the Black Beast, Derek Lewis, on the White House card. Dana White says President Trump leaned over to him and said, "How come Derek Lewis ain't in the card? We got room." Dana said, "Yeah, we'll make room." Well, all right, we're gonna get the Black Beast in Washington D.C. Also announced was former WWE superstar and Olympic gold medalist Gable Steveson has now signed with the UFC. He is currently 3-0 in his MMA career. He should be making his debut sometime, I think they were saying July maybe. Either way, I look forward to it. He's been training in Albuquerque with Johnny Bones Jones. So I look forward to seeing Gable Steveson in his UFC debut, and good luck to him on his new UFC journey. You got to go in there and take care of business first. All right, last NBA games was played this weekend as well, as we are shifting over towards the playoffs. Right now, the play-ins are already set. Play-ins are set to begin tomorrow, which is the 14th, and the games as are. The Heat will play the Hornets in the play-in. That's gonna be good. I don't know if Bam can repeat what he did, but okay. The Blazers will face the Suns, the Magic will face the 76ers, and the Golden State Warriors will face the LA Clippers. These are all playing games. It's gonna be very, very intriguing how this shakes out. You already know, it ain't no secret. Let's go Celtics. I hope we play the Knicks. Let's set it up for Celtics and Knicks part 3. That's what I want personally. There's unfinished business there. And it's must-see TV every game. So I know that's going to be fun. Also, yeah, I would like Charlotte to go ahead and take care of business. I think Charlotte versus Detroit in the first round. I think that'll be so much fun. So much fun. Ooh, I think that'll be fun. All right. UNC is hiring former Denver Nuggets head coach Mike Malone 6 years, annual $8.3 million per season. Happy for Mike getting back on track. You're gonna do good things at UNC. Shaq and TNT will debut the Dunkman League. There'll be 24 participants in the Dunkman League, vying for a $500,000 prize. Get your dunk on, my friends. Get your dunk on. All right. Yeah. I think that's pretty much wrapping things up. Doc Rivers got fired, or slash he's not returning with the Milwaukee Bucks. Smart move for Doc. I think Doc should just play-by-play or do color commentary, or even GM. I think Doc probably would be a good GM as well. I know he's had the reins before. We'll look at something like that down the line, but I think in terms of him coaching, it's all right. It's all right, Doc. You did your thing the best way you can, and it's a done deal, essentially, from there, however you decide to go. And last but not least, shout out to my man Rory McElroy, coming back, taking a Masters. Get your swing on, Rory. Get your swing on. Really touching tribute to his parents at the end, and that pretty much sums it up from there. All right, a suplex of the week, of the weekend. I'm giving it to Yuri. Rory Prochaska. Yeah, you got it, bro. You got suplex of the week, bro. Suplex of the weekend. Maybe of the week. Come on, man. I know the dude twisted his knee. You seen the dude was injured and you did not capitalize and attack. Capitalize and attack, you are the champion. Like I said, it don't make a difference how anybody feels about it. You got a job to do. You go out there and get your job done. All right. Sympathy is just a word. Okay. You want sympathy? You look in the dictionary between shit and syphilis. That's where you find sympathy, especially when it comes down to a combat fight, bro. You drop the ball. And now, Polo says he does not feel bad at all for him, and he's not open to giving him a rematch at this time. How about that? Yuri, suplex of the week. That's all I can say. That's a bad hit. You gave the man mercy, and the man's like, hey, bro, that's on you. I don't feel bad for you at all. You know what I'm saying? Not one bit. I don't feel bad for you. You didn't finish me when you should have. And guess what? You get no rematch. Very intriguing. We're going to stay with that. We're going to follow up on that. I'm pretty sure that's they're going to want to lock that back up again. Dana White in some way, shape, or form down the line. So we'll see how it all goes down with that. All right, y'all. Once again, share, like, and subscribe here on the Suplex Sports Podcast. It's your boy Meech back at it. Weekend Roundup. And I'm going to get with you guys next time. Peace and love.